Count to 15. Come in.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Ashley Munoz.
Ashley, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Please
meet
have a
you.
seat.
Thank you so much. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good, good.
Good to hear.
Good. Just waking up. It's kind of good.
It is very early. I'm usually not used to waking up this early.
Yeah, very good. Well, before we get started, I want to give you my business card just in case you have any questions.
Okay.
Post-meeting, feel free to contact me with anything you might have. So.
Sounds great.
All right. How was your weekend?
It was great. Easter was awesome with my family. I hadn't seen them in about a month, so being able to spend time with them was great. How was yours?
It was good. My
Good.
mother always makes this like really traditional Brazilian like steakhouse thing. It was
Are you
insane.
Brazilian?
We're not. She just took to
Okay.
it a couple years ago. She saw it on the cooking channel one year and just
So it's delicious.
it is delicious.
Cool.
So
Nice.
it's good.
Yeah.
So I know that we talked on the phone for just briefly, and we said 15 minutes. Is that still going to work for you
Yeah,
today?
it's great.
Okay, perfect. So I just want to be really respectful of your time, and I wanted to kind of set a little bit of an agenda for today.
Okay.
I know that Mattress Firm is experiencing a lot of changes right now, so I wanted to get a really good feel for what you guys are going through as a company, and then I'd like to give you a little bit of information about the sales leadership certification, which we talked about earlier.
Sounds great.
Right. So, again, like I said, I know you guys are doing a lot of changing. So tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about business right now. How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good, Ashley. Right now, we're experiencing about a 5% growth, but we really want to get to that 10% growth. We're growing different stores, and we're trying to promote from within, train our different people that are potentially going to be good managers, and put them in the stores, in the new stores. So that's kind of what we're trying to do right now.
Okay. About how long is it going to take someone to get into a sales management position?
Um, well, we have this training right now, where we take a good candidate and it takes them about a month. That's what our training program is.
Okay.
It's about a month, and we put them. Well, at the completion of the month, we put them into the store.
Okay. And then how during the time that they're in training, who's managing the stores?
Well, the way we manage it is we have per store we have two managers, one main and one assistant. So whichever one of the two is going to go through the training, most likely the assistant one, the other one runs the store. So
Okay.
that's kind of how it works.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about your sales training, your sales management training, and everything that it entails?
Yeah. So what we have is, like I said, we take a candidate and we put them through the training program. The training program is about a month. During that time, the other manager is the one that runs the store. So they run it about not as efficiently as we would like, but they still run it pretty well. So that the manager that goes through the training, they have a very intensive training and very targeted managerial skills. So they go through how to hire, train, and develop their employees. They go through communicating effectively to their employees. They go to forecasting and just everything that it entails to be a really good leader and a good manager per store. At the completion of their training, they're eligible to go into a new store. So like I said earlier, we're opening new stores. So they go to a new store and they take all the skills that they learned and instill them there with their new employees and help them generate more income.
Very good. So, how many new stores are you guys planning on opening up within the next year?
The next year in Houston alone,
In just in Houston.
We're looking to open about 20.
20 new stores? Okay, very good. So it's 20 new managers.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Now, as far as you said that you mentioned that one of your assistant managers are running um, the location and your managers are in training, they're not operating optimally. About what percentage do you think, like, I mean, if you had to say 60 or 70%, how efficiently do
I
you
would
think
say
they're
about
operating?
60.
About 60%?
Yeah, I think the main manager takes about 60% responsibility,
Mhm.
and the assistant takes about 40. So if the
Okay.
assistant is gone, then yeah, we could go down to 60.
Okay. What is, and again, I understand that you have a variety of different shapes and size stores just depending upon the
Mhm.
area of town that you're in. A medium-sized, just middle of the road store, what is their expected revenue monthly with a
Well,
manager in-house?
on average, if we're looking at all the stores, each one generates about, on a monthly basis, we're talking
On a monthly basis.
about $100,000.
About $100,000 a
Mhm.
month? Okay. Um, and you also said that they operate, I mean, with the sales training that you guys have, they're gone for the entirety of a month. Now, do you send
Yes.
all of your training managers all at once, or do you send
Yeah,
them?
we like to just do it in bulk here at
Okay.
Mattress Firm.
Okay.
So just like we carry our mattresses in bulk, we carry our managers in
Okay.
bulk. So we like to just get everybody and put them at our headquarters and just train them all within that month.
Okay. So having those managers back in the store as quickly as possible is gonna, how is that gonna affect you?
Well, we're trying to do it as quickly as we can. Before it was like a 6-month training, but I was like, I had to revamp that. I was like, that's ridiculous. So a month I think is what is adequate. If it's faster, that would be great. But yeah, I mean, if it were sooner, what it would mean for my business is that the managers are back working sooner in the new stores, helping developing their people, and hopefully generating more income for Mattress Firm.
Definitely. Okay, so something just to kind of think about as far as your sales managers are concerned, whenever they're out of the stores, the average store is looking about making about $100,000. Well, you said that they're operating at about 60% efficiency.
Yes.
So you're losing over the course of that month $40,000 for just a single store. So over the course of 6 months, you're looking at about a $240,000 loss just for a single store to before they're
Okay.
kind of up and running,
Okay.
as it were. Um, if I could show you, give you a little bit more information about a program in which you can get your managers back into your store in a quarter of the amount of time they can receive just as excellent management training, um, and even have the potential to operate even more efficiently than that 100% you're accustomed to, is that something you'd be more interested in learning about?
Yes,
Okay.
that sounds great.
Okay. Well, the sales leadership certification is basically what I was just telling you.
Okay.
It's a 5-day crash course.
Oh wow.
Everything that they're going to be learning over the course of that, 30 days, they're going to learn in 5.
Okay.
It's a very small class, so they're able to get some really great one-on-one attention.
Okay.
But it's not just classroom training, it's hands-on interactive learning so that they can take the skills that they're learning and ultimately implement them in their stores.
Okay.
The biggest thing for you is, I understand, like I said, that you did say that you wanted them, the sooner they can get back in the stores, the better it's going to be for you.
Yes.
So this is going to give you a quarter of the time, again, same training, similar training, but also very effective so that they can use it to teach their other employees.
Okay.
The focal point is going to be on how to manage salespeople, how to motivate, how to encourage, and then also how to make them more efficient on a day-to-day basis, and therefore growing your bottom line. Now, what is your growth goals? I know you said you're looking to grow from 5% to 10% this year.
Yeah, so
What is your
10%.
I know you guys hit $1 billion last year, so you guys looking at 1.1 billion for next year?
Yeah, hopefully.
Very good. What this program is going to help you do is get there a lot faster.
Okay.
Um, we operated with Ecolab recently, and they were able to see a 10 to 15% increase across the board for all of their managers that
Wow.
were using our program.
15?
Up to 15%.
Wow. Yeah, we were only thinking 10, but 15 sounds pretty impressive.
15 would be good.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, as far as class size, like I said before, it's a very small class size. It's only
Okay.
20 available
Okay.
spots. Now, what are your operating costs right now for your training program?
Oof, that's per person or in total?
Just per person in general.
Per person, it costs about $10,000 to put every person through the training.
Okay. Again, it's a quarter of the time, it's also half the cost for you.
Again, so the way it works is it takes $10,000 to put into the training, but I mean, like you pointed out earlier, when the store isn't running efficiently, we're not generating as much income, so there's probably some hidden costs that we're not calculating. So
Just
it's
straight,
probably
I
more.
mean, bare bones as far as like the cost of your training, it's $10,000.
Yes.
Okay. The sales leadership certification is $5,500 per individual that you send.
Okay.
So you would be cutting your training cost in half, and
Mhm.
then cutting your training time by a quarter.
Okay.
Now, you could absolutely send in a variety of different levels of management for kind of optimum coverage over the course of, so you can hit as many of your employees as possible.
Okay.
Now, from what you told me about just your growth goals,
Mhm.
I think that do you think that this will be a good fit?
Yeah. I just, I mean, maybe, it sounds like a pretty good program. Uh, I'm concerned about the money. 5,500 kind of seems like a lot.
Okay. It $5,500 per employee is very much an investment.
Okay.
It's a lot to invest in a single individual, which is why we strongly encourage you to select the people that are going to be your best teachers.
Okay.
But it is just an investment. You're
Okay.
looking at these managers spending a month out of the store just for one manager in one store.
Mhm.
They're $100,000 store. You're losing $40,000 by them not being there for an entire month.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So you're looking at cutting that training cost in half of what the month that it would take them to normally be out of the store. Plus, they're going to be back in the store 3 weeks sooner. So what would them being back in the store 3 weeks sooner with all of this training knowledge mean for you?
That would be amazing.
So I think that
I mean, I can like save a lot of money.
yeah,
So.
even you just bare bones costs, even if they're
Yeah.
it would definitely save you some money.
Yeah. So out of the, excuse me, so I have 20 managers, right, that I want to put in my 20 new stores.
Okay.
Can I put them all in the same room, same classroom, or do I need them to space them out as I open stores, or how does that work?
No, I mean, it's a 1 week long program,
Okay.
and the next available one's going to be occurring in the third week of May this year.
Okay.
And it's one.
Coming up.
Yeah, it is coming up.
Okay.
We've actually got an early bird special running right now. Basically, you can kind of lock in those things. It'll drop the cost per individual by $500. So that's a little bit
Oh,
more
wow,
savings for
okay.
you.
Cool.
But it's one classroom.
Uh-huh.
But then they're also going to have that one-on-one training in
Mhm.
kind of just private environments so that they can sit down and do some role play type situations.
Okay.
So I definitely think that from what you told me that this is going to be a good fit for you.
Mhm.
Now, would you like to go ahead and sign up your 20 employees today?
Um, you know what? Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, perfect. Well, I'll send over payment information and all of that to you.
Okay.
I would absolutely love for you to hold on to this, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to email me or call.
I certainly will.
And we'll follow back up with you shortly with regards to dates and times and where all your employees should be meeting.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
Ashley.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
You too. Have a great day.
Thanks.
All right. Let me see. Is there anybody there that has something? All right, Johnson. Good. Very good. That was 10 minutes.
Is that bad?
No. Supposed to do under 15. So that was good. Pretty good. I liked it. There's a few things that I would touch on. So let's just go from the top and we'll work our way
Okay.
through. So I liked your introduction. Um, it's very professional. You come in with a great attitude, smiles. I like it a lot. What I would do with the building rapport, you talked about your family and Brazil and all that stuff. Um, I feel like when you asked me about how was your weekend, you're just like, oh, okay, great. All right, well, let's get started. Which is fine.
Okay.
I know there's a time constraint on it, so it's fine to role play. Just bear in mind that in a real meeting, you have to be a little bit more social and stuff. But you know that, right? I just know role play is always really awkward. I liked how in spin you asked the right question, like what would it mean for you? You asked what changes you're going through right now. Those are things that open it up to me, so I can tell you what's going on. You asked me, tell me about your training program and all the details. That was good. What I would add to that is instead of asking you in presentation where you say, what are your goals? Um, if you're going to mention during presentation, say, well, you mentioned earlier that you want to go to 10%, right? And then go into whatever you're going to say. Or ask me during spin, what are your revenue goals, right? So that way you get all the information during spin, because that's the
Point
whole
of it.
purpose of spin is to get the information, so that later you can spin on it and present on it during the presentation. Okay. Um, but overall, pretty good job. What I'll also add, so do you know what my problem was?
Um, that you're losing $30,000 a month and that your training costs are elevated.
So, yeah, so add on to that is that my training program takes a whole month, which makes me lose $40,000, right? So I would blow that up significantly. So the way you would do that is you would say, we're just doing some quick calculations right now. Um, Sam, keep wanting to say Alex, is if you're running at 60% efficiently on an $100,000 store, you're missing about $40,000 because your assistant manager's not there. Would you agree with that number? Yes. Okay, so if we're looking at it at the big picture, whenever you send a manager and he's gone for this amount of time, you're losing $40,000 plus investing $10,000 per person. So you're investing about $50,000 per month for one person to leave the store and go train. So just make it a big thing, right? So whenever you ask me, what does that mean for you to have your managers back in the stores? Oh, it's great, right? But you didn't really make me feel anything. It's a great feeling to have somebody back in the stores and help my store run more efficiently, but really make it big. So again, it goes back to what are your revenue goals? So you are wasting time basically, and you're not reaching this goal a lot quicker, and you could. It's 3 weeks quicker with this. So just make it a big thing.
Okay.
You uncover my problems really well and my needs. Communication skills are on point. Know the customer, know the product. I think you did a good job at it. I mean, I don't think it was bad or anything. I think you were adequate. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's not like you were like, sales search machine leadership, here's, it wasn't like a robot, but I liked how you were knowledgeable on the product, and you knew what to say and what to present on, and you took my problems and you presented on the benefits of this program. So that was good. Professionalism was there, handle objections. So your handling objections was good, just like it was earlier. I like that, what did you do? I forget. Oh, my objection was the money. So I liked how you said that it was an investment for me to take away, so I can put my managers in the program. That's really good. And the close, good. Um, at first, I didn't think you were gonna do it. You were like, well, I can help you with this, and I was like, ask me. But you did, so that was good. So that was good. I liked it. You did a good job.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I didn't fail. Woo.
No,
Okay.
I'm supposed to write feedback. I'll write that in a second.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, let
Good
me
job.
have that back. You done? We're good? Are you going yourself or the guys with you?
morning, Sam. Please call me Sam.
Oh, okay.
How
How
you
are you
doing?
doing, Sam? Jacqueline Toman.
Jacqueline, please have a
Yes.
seat.
Oh, thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Okay. How was your night? Are you in a part of Houston that got the storm really bad?
Oh man, you know what? I was driving back from work pretty
Uh-huh.
late last night because I worked till like 10,
Oh, wow.
and it was pouring. I couldn't see on the
Mhm.
highway. I was going 14 miles an hour.
Oh, was it bumper to bumper? Was traffic bad at that
No,
time
it was just
or no?
me and myself. I mean, there were
Yeah.
some cars, but it was not
But
bumper to bumper.
well, at least it wasn't bad traffic time. You
Yeah,
couldn't
no.
hardly see.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I was actually at home trying to catch up on episodes of The Amazing Race in my
Oh really?
yeah.
I love that show.
Me too, and I was ticked because my power went out, and I was like, well, I'm another episode behind now. Yeah, who's your favorite team? Have you been following this season?
I actually haven't.
No.
I
It's
used
a
to love it.
really good one.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's only maybe the fifth episode in, so
Okay.
you could catch up. They have them on the website.
Well, as long as my power doesn't go out, I'll catch it.
No, yeah. But it's really good, so
Good.
hopefully I can catch up on those pretty soon and
Yeah, I hope so.
catch the one coming on Sunday. But anyways, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you said you had about 15 minutes. Is that still going to work for you? Okay. Um, well, what I wanted to talk to you about, well, first of all, is there anybody else that could benefit from this meeting?
Um, no, I'm the.
Just you?
Yeah, just me.
Head honcho.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I'll go over a quick little agenda with you. I kind of just want to go over Mattress Firm and maybe talk about some of your sales processes, your sales team, how you do training. Just find out a little more about your company and see if there's anything that us at the Sales Excellence Institute could help you with.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I take some notes?
Go right ahead.
Okay. Well, first off, let me start by asking you to tell me just a little bit about your sales team in general.
My sales team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're great. They perform pretty well.
Okay.
The year round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with it.
Okay. Tell me what do you think their biggest strengths are right now?
Well, they have a great motivator like me to help them out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're just really driven to succeed.
Okay.
When I look at a candidate, I make sure that they are self-motivated so that they can hopefully generate more income for themselves, and ultimately help Mattress Firm's bottom line.
Right.
But yeah, their biggest strength is that they just really want to do well, and they really care about Mattress Firm, and they really want to generate more income and help the bottom line.
Okay, so they're just really passionate, driven
Yes.
individuals.
Passionate. I like that word.
Me too. So tell me I know I guess this is the beginning of April now, so it's still kind of the beginning of the year. What are some of your goals for 2013?
Well, we want to grow to 10%. 10%
10%
revenue.
revenue?
Mhm.
Okay.
Um, right now we're on track to get 5%, and
Okay.
that makes me sad because our goals are 10%.
Right.
So, but anyway.
But it's still early. You could,
Yeah, hopefully we just gotta
yeah.
change some stuff up there.
Okay, and how do you plan on achieving those goals? Like, what kind of processes are you using right now to make sure that you hit that 10% goal?
Okay. Well, what we do is we try to train our sales managers. They're also our sales leaders. We try to train them very adequately in managerial skills so that they can transfer their skills to inspire their salespeople and so that they can generate more income.
Okay, and I know you mentioned, you just said you train your sales managers. What kind of training is that? Is it an in-house or you?
Yeah, so it's an in-house that I developed myself.
Okay.
And basically what it is, it's a 1-month training program
Okay.
where we take all the potential candidates from each store that could be a manager, and we put them in the in-house training for a whole month. And at the completion of that 1 month, they're eligible to go to a new store and be a manager there.
Okay, and if you could maybe just go into a little more detail, what do y'all focus on in the training?
We focus on everything that it takes to be a very effective sales leader.
Okay.
We focus on how to hire, train, and develop their employees, how to communicate effectively with each one, how to forecast, how to motivate, just, I mean, a bunch of stuff, right? But it's ultimately so that they can motivate the salespeople to generate more income, which is our
Okay.
ultimate goal.
Okay. And is this like an online course? You said it's a month long. Is that
Mhm.
they go away for a month and
Yeah,
train?
so the way it works is at each store we have two managers, the
Okay.
general and the assistant.
Okay.
Usually the assistant is the one that goes into the training.
Mhm.
So we take a pool out of, let's say 10 of our assistant managers, and we put them at our headquarters. Now,
Okay.
once they're at our headquarters, they get trained by me and a couple others from Mattress Firm, and we train them on everything that I just told you earlier
Mhm.
for an entire month. So they don't even see their store for an entire month.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay. And how specifically do you do the training? Is it online? Is it lectures?
Yeah, it's lectures, practices, role plays, stuff like that.
Okay, so just kind of all around training.
Hmm.
Okay. And if there was anything that you could maybe change or improve about it, what would you say that would be?
Um, I don't know. I feel like a month just it takes a long. It's a long time.
Right, yeah.
It used to be actually 3 months, but I
Okay.
revamped that. I was like, no way, 1 month is okay.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, we've been working with 1 month for about 7 months now.
Okay.
So we've had 5 classes that have gone through, and I just feel like it's okay, but I mean, I feel like it could be better.
Is okay. And is that I know you said you've done it 5 times now
Mhm.
at a month. Is that do you do it once a month and you bring in
Yes.
different managers or is it
Yes, so it's once a month, but so I started it 7 months ago, but it took a
uh-huh.
little bit of time to get it going.
Okay.
Um, so the first month was just preparation. We've had 5 classes go through, and right now we're in the middle of our 7th month, so we haven't completed that one yet.
Okay.
So actually, at the end of this week, it will be done. So on Friday we'll have our 6th class graduate.
Okay, so essentially every month you're bringing in a new pool of managers.
Hmm.
So at any time, anywhere in your district or anywhere in your company, there's about 10, 10 or so sales managers that are missing for a whole month.
Yes.
Okay, okay, I got you. And how do you think, how's that affecting the stores that they actually manage? Them
Well,
not
they
being,
don't run as efficiently.
right,
We design each store to run at 100% efficiency with two managers. That's why we have one for each.
right.
But yeah, I mean, I would say they run about 60% efficiency
Oh, okay.
whenever an assistant manager leaves.
Wow. So that's, well, kind of a big difference from 100 to 60.
Yep.
Okay. And how does that translate into revenue for you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we have about each, on average, we have each store generating about $100,000. So
Is that a month, a quarter,
a month, yeah.
100,000 a month?
Hmm.
Okay. And then if you, if that, is that at 100% efficiency?
Yes.
Okay, so if you were to drop down to 60%, do you think it would be kind of just the same in revenue? That your revenue
Probably.
would,
Um, that's kind of why I want it to be quicker.
okay, so it's,
Because we are losing that efficiency,
right,
and I mean, I haven't seen that big of a number of $40,000 because then I would just eradicate the entire program itself.
right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I can say that yeah, it doesn't run as efficient, so we are not. Yeah, we aren't generating as much as we want to.
Okay, okay. Well, that definitely makes sense. I could see how if you're usually run at 100% efficiency and you're bringing in 100,000 to take some of your lead people out of the
Mhm.
store for a whole month. I understand where that could make a big difference
Yeah.
for you, and potentially maybe become a problem.
Mhm.
Um, so, if I showed you something that maybe another training program that wasn't so long or that could incorporate all the same things that you incorporate into your training now. Really excellent training that's
Mhm.
just shorter, more compact, like you said you might be interested in. Would you be interested in maybe switching training programs?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. If it can be quicker, why not?
Yeah, okay. Well, SEI, the Sales Excellence Institute, which I'm sure you're a little familiar with,
Mhm.
it's part of the PES program. We actually actually have a sales leadership certification, and it's a 5-day training program. And what it is there are 20 seats available.
Okay.
So if you wanted to bring in 20 of your sales managers from around, or real, honestly, however many you want at a time. It runs twice a year, but it is 5 days. They are all day long classes, so you really learn a lot of information, but it's really compact. And I know that you said all the people you hire are really passionate and really driven. So some people are concerned that um, having an all-day thing like that could be a problem, but really the kind of people that are involved in your organization are perfect for it if they're motivated and driven to learn. It's a really great program. We have really great professors that come in and teach. They're recognized in a lot of things, and
Is this what it is right here?
yeah, you can go
Okay.
ahead and take a look at it.
So how long does this program take?
It is 5 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's significantly shorter than the month that you're
Yeah.
doing right now. It is I believe, like 8:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
Basically like a work day
Okay.
type of thing where they sit in. It's really kind of, the training that they do is really diverse. They do lectures, role plays.
Oh, kind of like how we do.
Yeah, like y'all do
Nice.
it now. Um, and because the small class size, it's really individualized. So
Mhm.
I know you're taking 10 managers right now at a time. So
Mhm.
this is kind of the same thing. We like to keep it small. That way everybody gets a lot of individual attention.
Okay.
You have it when you first come in here on day one. They will actually talk to you about your company, kind of where you're at as far as revenue, productivity, things like that,
Mhm.
and where you want to be.
Okay.
And then that kind of tailors the whole program. Where at the end you end up setting your goals and making a commitment to change certain things in your organization to meet those goals.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have any questions so far?
Um, no. That
No?
sounds pretty good.
Okay. Well,
How much does it cost?
it is a little over 5,000. It's
Okay.
about 5,500.
Okay.
There is an early bird discount. If you register early, you get a $500
By when?
discount. This one, if you would like to go, I believe it's the third week in May. If you register before April 15th or 16th, you get
Okay.
that $500
Oh,
discount.
it's coming up, huh?
Yeah, so you still have a couple weeks.
Okay.
But that's the pricing.
Okay.
And then there was something else I wanted to tell you about on here. It slipped my mind.
Okay.
But how does it look?
It
What
sounds
do you
great.
think?
I like it.
Okay. Well, when did you want to do the one coming up in May? There's also one in January that would start next
Yeah,
year.
I mean, I think we can definitely might be able to get in 2 weeks.
Okay, so can I sign you up for the May one?
Um, yeah. Before I agree, I'd like to maybe ask you a little something. So,
Okay.
um, we do it the month, right?
Right.
Because I think that was what was adequate.
Mhm.
But you're doing it in 5 days.
Right.
How can you make it as efficient in 5 days what I do in a month?
Okay. Well, like I said, first off, we have the small class sizes, so it's really a lot of individual attention.
Okay.
The time period is like a work day, so it's not like they learn for a couple hours and then go home. They're literally learning all day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then even when the class is over,
Mhm.
a lot of times what people do is they stick around campus and kind of network with other people at the event and do role plays outside of the class and things like that. They're all
Okay.
really motivated people, like you said your
Yeah.
workers were. And then really the people that teach it, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dr. Ahern,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
great guy.
yeah, he's one of the featured speakers that helps out in there, and
Nice.
Carl Herman,
Oh,
Amy
Carl.
Vanderveer,
Yeah.
Joel Levon.
Nice. Yeah, the
Yeah,
career professionals.
they are all really really great. They have a ton of real world experience. They've been teaching for a long time, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. You have somebody that knows what they're talking about that's also really good at teaching and helping other people to understand the same things. So they're really great professors, and I think all of that together is what makes it a really great program
everybody's able to learn in these 5 days.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
so are you ready to sign up?
Yeah, sign me up.
Okay, so did you know how many people that you wanted to do yet?
I don't know. Maybe let's start out. You said it's 5,500, so let's start out with five.
Okay, so I'll put you down for 5 in May. And I tell you what, I know you only have 15 minutes and we only have a minute or two left.
Mhm.
If you want, we can go ahead and set up another meeting to go over all the logistics.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and kind of reserve those 5 spots for you, and maybe we
Okay.
can meet up again on Tuesday,
Yeah,
next
sounds
Tuesday
great.
morning around
Yeah,
10.
sounds great.
Okay, and I'll come back to your office. Is that all right?
Sounds great.
Okay, and then we'll go over all the logistics.
All right, Jackie. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Woods.
Have a good day.
It's a pleasure meeting you. Oh, and let me give you, just in case you have any more questions,
Okay, perfect.
here's my business card.
Thank you
And
so much.
I'll even let you hold on to my pamphlet.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, sit down.
Okay.
So that's pretty good.
Thank you.
I feel like you got a little derailed there towards the end,
Yeah.
but that's okay. So starters, the business card I would do at the beginning.
Okay.
So as you come in, before we begin today, Sam will give you a business card in case you have any questions before our meeting or after our meeting today. Please don't hesitate to contact me. All right?
Okay.
Yes. So I like your introduction. I like your building the rapport. That was good. Um, I really liked your spin. The reason why is because you asked really good questions. Also the questions, whenever I would say something, you would clarify it. So even if it was like a bunch of ramble, you were like, okay, so what you're saying is this, right? I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
It made you understand. It made me understand, right?
Mhm.
What I would add on to that is maybe the revenue goals,
Mhm.
because I think you touched on revenue,
Right.
and my goals, but just ask me directly, what are your revenue goals for the next uh, year or
Okay.
whatever. So, because I said I want to grow by 10%, I want to grow my revenue, but you kind of left that over. Oh, you want to grow your revenue? Push it away when I ask my question. So ask me, well, what are your revenue goals? So
Okay.
that way, whenever you are handling objections or whatever the case may be later in the presentation, you can say, oh, well, you said earlier you want to grow your revenue to $2 billion, or
Mhm.
it's too much, to $1.5 billion. This investment of $5,000 or 25,000, 20 yeah, $25,000 if you have 5 people
Right.
is very minimum to help you reach that goal.
Okay.
So, um, you uncovered my problems, my needs. So what was my problem?
That your sales training was too long.
Perfect. So yeah, so
I think when you said that, I like circled it on my page, and I was like, forget revenue.
yeah. Well, that was good. I mean, that was my biggest problem, so that was good. But I would just tie back the problem is what's impeding me from reaching my goal.
Okay.
So it makes it more of a big picture. It blows it up for me. So
Got it.
so basically, it's like if your training program keeps taking a month and you keep losing $40,000, that's not going to help you reach your goal of
Right.
$1.5 billion.
So quantify.
Right? Yeah. So quantify it and just make it a big picture. So because the problem is going to impede you from reaching the goal. So in
Right.
the implication, you would say something like, well, what would it mean for you to not be able to solve this problem,
Mhm.
thus not be able to reach this goal?
Okay.
Well, that would mean a lot of things.
A lot of revenue.
I feel like maybe your implication wasn't all there.
Very strong.
Yeah. So I would just make it more apparent. So it just really made me feel like, what would it mean for you if you couldn't reach your goal? What would it mean for you if you couldn't fix this problem? So it's like, I gotta fix it.
Right. Okay.
Um, I really like your needs pay off though. Very short and sweet. If you can help me find a way, perfect. Um, I feel like you kind of knew this.
Mhm.
Definitely, if there's another role play, brush up on it more because I
Mhm.
feel like you just kind of
Kind of scatterbrained.
yeah, you just kind of like died down like as you start presenting it, and this is like the most exciting part. This is where
Right.
you're like, okay, well, perfect. I'm glad that you think we can help you. What I have for you today is this new thing called the Sales Leadership Certification. We just developed it. I'm just going to. It's a 5-day program. Blah blah blah. I feel like you just kind of start talking about it, and then you like forgot that the pamphlet was there, and I was like, is that it? You're like, yeah, yeah, here it is. So just remember that this can help you present.
Okay.
Um, I think your objection on it was pretty good. I was like, what's my objection? Oh, why is this, why is this more effective? I like how you took it. It was from professors that have real life experience and they are trained in teaching, basically, in a variety of things. Uh, and just remember to close. I wasn't sure if
Okay.
you were going to close me. So you talking about the benefits. You got into how much it costs.
Mhm.
You know that information. Can we go ahead and sign it today?
Okay.
So you did it once you like grasped it. So
Yeah.
it was good. But yeah, I think overall that was pretty good. I could definitely tell you prepared. So so
My whole thing of
yeah, it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
I'm glad that it's over.
Can you tell me who's next?
I believe it's Taisha.
Okay.
Do you want me to send her in, or wait a minute?
Just give her a minute.
Okay. Thanks, Juan.
Good job.
Thank you.
Which presentation? Assessment. What's up, guys? You ready? Yeah. So amazing. Yeah, we know that you're here. I know it's early. You are? Okay, just remember to, this is closing your room. And as soon as you ask or use online devices, well, um, now that you know the device, can we go ahead and count to 10? Please. You got this. Right. Just count to 10 or whatever. Okay. Come in.
Hi, Mr. Woods. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Taisha Hamilton with SEI.
Taisha, nice to meet you. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
Did you have a good holiday weekend?
I did. I haven't seen my family in about a month, so it was
Oh, really?
great to go back home
Oh,
and
wow.
see them. Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, we had this little tradition where we boil our eggs and we drop them,
Mm-hmm.
and whoever doesn't break, then they win.
Oh,
So
wow.
we have like a little potluck, and whoever we throw in like $5 each.
Uh-huh.
So whoever's egg doesn't break, then they get the whole amount. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, how was your weekend?
It was great. I spent it that Saturday with my niece and nephew,
Oh, cool.
dyeing eggs for that Sunday to do the
Yeah.
snack hunt. So it was really great.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time.
I did. Okay, so great. I know you only have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I spoke on the phone. Do we still have 15 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I like to set an agenda. But
Alright.
before I do that, is there anyone else that could benefit from this meeting?
No, just me.
Okay, so I like to tell you, get a better understanding of Mattress Firm's sales organization.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you more about SEI's sales leadership program.
Mhm.
And then from there, if it's a good fit, we can continue our process and you'll hold that.
Sounds
Does that
great.
sound good? Okay,
Sounds
great.
great.
So like I said, I want to learn more about your sales organization. About how many stores do you have?
We have about, in Houston alone,
Yeah.
we have about 70 stores
70 stores. And typically, how many sales representatives do you have and sales managers?
per store.
Uh-huh.
We have 2 sales managers per store,
Mhm.
and we have about a team of 15.
15. And typically, how many employees does a sales manager supervise?
The 15.
The 15. Okay, so there's one sales manager for every 15.
Well, no. So at each store we have the 2 managers and the 15. So
Okay.
the 2 managers are responsible for
That
supervising those
15.
15.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit more about your sales training for your sales managers and
Sales
your,
managers.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So the way it works is we have 2 managers, right?
Mhm.
And so I've developed this training program where we take usually the assistant manager, and we take that person and we put them through the sales training. Now, um, once they're in the sales training, the general manager is the one that stays and runs the store,
Okay.
supervises it, and makes sure that it runs as efficiently as possible, because the assistant manager is gone. So, the way the program works is the assistant manager goes to the training, and then after the month, they're eligible to go to a new store that we have open, if there's one available.
Okay.
So, that's just kind of how it works. Does that
And-
answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
And how efficient is this process?
The training process? It's pretty efficient. I mean, I feel like we do a good job.
Okay. Typically, how many sales managers do you have in a class?
Well, depends on that quarter. But usually about 10.
About 10?
Yeah, it just depends on how many new stores we're gonna open. So, to put it in perspective for you, within the next 6 months, we're opening 5 new stores. And so we need to put 5 assistant managers through the training so that they can take over those 5 new stores.
Okay, so how much does that cost a year?
Well, per person, it takes us about $10,000 to train each person.
Okay, and are you seeing any return on that once they get out of the program?
I'm not sure. I mean, the way it works, the reason why we train our people is so that they can motivate their employees, so that the employees can generate more income and help our revenue growth goals, which is 10% for this year.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, it's efficient as it can be, I guess.
Okay, so what are some of the strengths that you see that your sales managers come out with?
Well, they come with pretty good skills. So what we train them on is the ability to hire, train, and develop their employees. We train them on communicating effectively with them. We train them on motivation. We train them on forecasting, so they know how much they're gonna work within their territory. Just all the necessary skills you need as a manager. Now, once they are done with the training and they can help their employees grow. So I think that's what we look for the most, is that the managers can motivate their people so that they can generate a lot more income.
Okay, and so,
So once they generate more income, let me paint a picture for you. So let's say there's one store, right? And there's no manager there, right? So we take the assistant manager from another store, train them for a whole month, and put them in that store, so that they can motivate the new hires and make that store run efficiently.
Okay.
And by efficiently, I mean, on average, we have each store generating about $100,000. So we definitely want to see that increasing.
Okay.
Now, what?
About how much?
Increasing?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the average, which is $100,000. The thing is, in order to have a store run efficiently, we need 2 managers. So, for instance, whenever the assistant manager leaves and goes for the training, the general manager is left on by himself.
Yeah.
So usually, the store doesn't run as efficiently.
Okay.
So, I mean, it takes a month, and it's a month where the store itself is not running as efficiently. And we would like to maybe shorten that gap.
Shorten the gap.
Maybe not have it take a month. That seems kind of long to me.
Uh-huh. So what are some of the more areas that you like to see improvement besides the 1 month?
That's pretty much it. So I feel that we teach the necessary skills to run a store efficiently with 2 managers. But the thing is, we just needed to make it shorter.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like a month is just too long,
I
I
understand,
think.
yeah, especially $10,000 a person.
Yeah, that
And
too,
you have a
yeah.
whole month.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I could, tell you about our sales leadership program, and it'll be sure to, and it could help benefit your company, would you be interested?
Yeah, if it's a shorter program, why not?
Okay, great. So, SEI is offering a sales leadership
Okay.
program,
Yeah.
and it's for our summer enrollment, July 2013, for 80 enrollees. And so it's a 5-day program, which is looking suited for experienced sales managers who are looking to improve their sales leadership.
Okay.
good fits for sales managers and newly hired sales managers.
Nice.
If you look over here, these are 5 days. It'll come out to $999 a day
Okay.
compared to 10,000 for a month. So these are some of the courses that we offer, and then after the 5 days, we offer a personalized coaching for each person enrolled in our class.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where they bring in a problem a real life problem that they're having,
Mhm.
and we can help them find a solution.
Okay.
Would you be interested in enrolling with us today?
Maybe. I'm just concerned with one thing. So I'm not sure if we have. I mean, how much does this cost? Actually?
Okay, so it'll be, we have a cost here, 5,495.
Okay.
But if you enroll by April 15th, we do have an early bird discount of 500, which will
Okay.
come out to 4,995.
Oh, that's coming up, huh?
Yeah,
In
it
2
does.
weeks. Okay. Well, I don't know. That seems like a lot of money.
Yeah, I understand. So typically on a day-to-day basis, how much revenue does a store make?
On a day-to-day basis, well, each store makes $100,000 a month.
A month.
So if you divide that by 30, about 30,000, I guess.
30,000 a day.
Mhm.
So if you go into this program, it's only 4,995. You enroll by April 15th.
Uh-huh.
That'll come out to, let's say, just $1,000 a day. You can easily make that up within a week. Well, really within a day if your store is making $30,000, and they
Oh.
come back, with this essential knowledge and it'll be shorter.
Yeah.
Like you said, it takes a month. They'll
Yeah.
be back. You'll make your return on your investment. It'll be 5 days, and
Okay.
your store will run more efficiently.
Cool. I
So
like it.
does that sound good?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in enrolling with us today?
Let's do it.
Okay, great. Well then, I'll send over the application to you
Mhm.
after this meeting, and we'll get you enrolled today. Does that sound good?
Well, I can't enroll today yet because I gotta find my people.
Okay. Well, I'll follow up with you today, and then
Okay.
you can
I'll let you
let
know
me know.
April 13th. How's that sound?
April 13th.
Next
Okay,
Friday.
that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Taisha. Well, thank
Okay.
you so much.
Here's my business card, just in case you have any
Okay.
questions.
All right.
Concerns.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.
That's it. All right. Have a seat. How you feeling?
I feel better.
Feel all
I
right?
didn't go over 15 minutes.
No. That was.
Okay.
Did it stop?
Yeah. No, it goes to sleep. It goes pointless.
So for starters, I will do this at the beginning.
Okay.
So, Mr. Woods, before we begin today, I'd like to give you my business card. In case
Okay.
you have any questions after our meeting today, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
because I feel like it's kind of. Oh, by the way, here's my
Okay.
card.
Okay.
You know. But that was so. Things to work on. I think that wasn't that bad. I'm gonna tell you all the things to work on. I think, and then I'll tell you about what I think your strengths are. So I liked your introduction report. It was very relaxed. Like, how was your holiday? That was pretty good. Just very relaxed and it was fine. And the spin, I think, is where you struggle the most.
Yeah.
So your question beginning was very good.
Okay.
So I can tell you, but I don't think you know where to take my answer
I don't.
next,
Yeah.
right? So what I would work on is maybe listening a little bit more, because I was definitely trying to throw you a bone and tell you,
Yeah.
well, I'm generating more income. It doesn't run as efficiently. Um, it takes a month, so those are three things that you could have totally probed on, but you just kind of were like, okay, I don't know what to say next, right? But just probe, just make it more of a conversation. So I want to generate more income. How much more? How much are you generating right now? What are your goals per store, per mattress firm, or whatever? Talking about what was the other one? Talking about your training program. How long does it take? A month. Tell me more about that, which you did ask, so that was good. I told you more about it. What's the other one? I freaking forgot. Just probe more. So make it a conversation. Just find out more about it. Just so you get more information for yourself. Um, I feel like once I did throw you that bone, you caught on. So you were like, and I saw your eyes. You're like, okay, it takes too long. So yeah, I'm gonna show him that it only takes a week.
Okay.
So that was good. I liked how you're like, oh, well, I can show you a way where it takes a shorter time. Would you be interested in learning more about it? So that was good. What I would do is make it more apparent, more, more like emphasize the words more. So you're saying it takes a month, is that correct? Yes. If I could show you a way where it takes 5 days and help put your managers back in the store so they can run more efficiently, is that something you'd be interested in learning more about?
Okay.
Yes, that sounds great. And definitely don't forget about the implication because that's the most powerful part.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
That's okay. In the implication, what you would do is, what would it mean for you to have your managers back in your stores 3 weeks earlier?
Okay.
What would it mean for you to, I mean, that's the basis of it. If you were to blow it up, it would be, what would it mean for you and Mattress Firm to put your managers back in your store 3 weeks earlier so that they can help you generate your income and get to this growth goal? So that's kind of the big picture of it. Um, but adequately speaking, it would be fine to just say, what would it mean for you to, and Mattress Firm to put your managers back in your stores 3 weeks earlier? Like, well, and I would just tell you, how to generate more income, blah, 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 and be like, all right, great, well, if I can help you put your managers back in your stores 3 weeks earlier and help you generate the income, is that something you're interested in learning more about? Yes.
Okay.
So, does that kind of help you out?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I think once you got your presentation, though, you flew through it, like you knew it. So, I liked very much so how you were like, so let me show you this, it's only 5 days. Also, if you look over here, I like that transition there. You were like, you see here, we teach you this, we teach you that, we teach you this, we also have this, blah, blah, blah. So you definitely made me see the benefit of having this, program, for my potential sales leaders, so that was good. This was like your forte, this was your thing. So I definitely, not only did you know the product, but you knew how to present it. So you took again what I said that, I want something shorter, and you showed me this is only 5 days. So you can put your managers back in the stores and make them run efficiently. I like that little 1-2 combo that you gave me. So that was good. And then you almost forgot the price. You're like, is there anything else you're concerned about? Like, well, how much is the cost? So don't forget the price because that's important. And know the price because you're like searching for it. You're like, oh, it costs this, but that's fine. It's not a problem. And one more thing. And then just close. You did, which is be assertive with it. Can we go ahead and sign this today and help you put your managers back in your stores and help you generate more income?
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you'll have this all. You can watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
But I think overall good job. Obviously, there's stuff you can work on, but
Yeah.
I think you have potential. Like that was really good. You did the station.
Okay, I just need to work on implication.
Yeah, I mean, spin is really hard. Like it took me a while to get to. So.
Okay, thank you.
Good job.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're really far behind compared to everyone else.
Always am.
You've got 2 people left, and I've got 10 minutes left in class.
What do I do? Just have one person? Can you take
Now,
one?
just try and blow through that. Don't give a lot of feedback.
Okay.
We'll move through. So you've got 2 people left. If I can get one of them in, but like since you're on 4 now, I'll try and get the 5th one somewhere else.
Okay,
But
cool.
like, try and give me any feedback. So
Okay, cool.
So try and move quick on it.
Sorry, Zach. Hey, you good? Come in.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Kathleen Zhang.
Catherine, how are you doing?
I'm doing
Catherine?
Kathleen.
Please have a seat.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Samway.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great.
So,
Thanks for asking.
funny story. My mom was actually telling me the other day that we needed a new mattress, and
Okay.
I really can't remember
the last time that we bought new mattresses. Like, I feel like I was a young girl, but Asians like to recycle. So I know that's very unhygienic, but after listening to y'all come over and talk to us, I was like, no, really, we do need a new mattress. But
Well, hopefully we can get you a new mattress.
oh yeah, definitely. I've been telling her that we really need to check out Mattress Firm, so hopefully we will buy one.
Okay, good. What kind of mattress do you have right now?
I have no idea. Like, honestly, I'm so behind on mattress knowledge. Like, I mean, I really didn't know when y'all came over that y'all had like so many new technologies with mattresses. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, that's why I really want to update our mattress because I mean, I don't even know where we got ours.
Okay.
But I know previously we mentioned and we agreed on 15 minutes. Is that okay with you still?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. Before we start, is it okay if I take notes?
Go right ahead.
Okay. So I just kind of want to give you like an agenda of what we're doing today. I just want to kind of ask you some questions, get to know you a little bit more, as well as Mattress Firm, and see if the product that we're offering is a good fit for you. Is that okay?
Sounds great.
Okay. And then is anyone else that you think would benefit from this conversation that should be here today?
Just me.
Okay, perfect. All right, so why don't we go ahead and start by telling me a little bit how business is going for your mattress firm right now.
It's going pretty great, Kathleen. What we have right now is that we're trying to grow more.
Right.
So we're trying to grow by 10% in revenue within the next year.
10% in revenue within the next year. And from what I've heard, have y'all gotten anything? Has anything happened in the last year that's really helped out for achieving that goal?
Well, yeah, I developed this training program for
Mhm.
our managers. That has really helped our managers motivate our salespeople and help them generate much more income.
So it's a training program for your managers.
Mhm.
It's a new program that you said?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. How many? Can you tell me more about the training program? Like,
Yeah.
what is?
So what we do is we take an assistant. So let me give you a brief background. So per store we have two managers, a
Mhm.
general and an assistant. So what we do is we take the best assistant managers that are candidates to be general managers in the new stores that we do open, and we take them through an intensive 1 month program.
Okay.
So in the 1 month program, we teach them all the necessary skills to be a very effective sales leader and sales manager. We teach them how to hire, train, and develop their people, how to motivate them effectively, how to communicate with them effectively, how to forecast effectively. This all the necessary skills that it takes to be a very effective sales leader and sales manager. So at the completion of their 1 month training program, they're eligible to go to a new store if there's one opening.
Mhm.
So they go to the store, they recruit their own assistant manager for the store, and they kind of run their own store and their employees and stuff. So that's kind of how it works. Does that answer your question?
Yes. More specifically, within the training program, what kind of training do y'all do?
What do you mean?
In terms of in the classroom setting or
Oh, okay.
group? Yeah.
Yeah, so we have group settings,
Mhm.
classrooms. We take all of the candidates and we
Mhm.
put them all together in the classroom. So I'm one of the ones that directs the lectures and the classes, along with two other individuals that are also sales managers. So what we do is we teach them, like I said, all the necessary skills that I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's more of a classroom setting, group projects, stuff like that.
Okay. And how many are per class?
We take, well, again, it depends on how many stores we're opening, but we take no more than 10.
No more than 10.
Mhm.
Okay. And so it's a month long. How often do they meet?
Every day.
Every day for how many hours?
About, I don't know, 5 hours.
5 hours. Okay. And so how many managers do y'all have in total for all of your matches for?
In Houston?
Or yeah, right.
In Houston, well, we have 70 stores.
Mhm.
So that would be 70 general and 70 assistant.
And I know previously this year y'all acquired Mattress Giant. Is that included with the 70 or is that separate?
I hadn't thought about that. But no, that there would be an additional. I mean, Master Giant had 300 stores when we acquired them, so
Mhm.
And that's all over the state of Texas. So, yeah, that would be 300. That would be 600, I guess, both general and assistant.
600 stores, that's a lot of people. And you plan on training um, still with 10 people per class for these managers?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to do more than 10 because I feel that's all we can handle.
Right.
Um,
I bet y'all have to train all
but
of these people.
we do have to train the mattress shop people. So I don't know. It's gonna take a while to do so. So, um, and I mean, the 1 month training program I feel is already long enough.
Right.
So we definitely need to train all of them and shorten the time that we have with our training.
Have y'all already started training the Mattress Giant sales managers yet? Or?
Yes, so we started training them last month. We got 10 of those. We held off on the assistant managers from our stores, and we took 10 of the Mattress Giant, and we've been training them this whole time.
Has it been hard to adapt for them into the Mattress Firm standards?
Not so much because they're still selling the same product. Now, our training is a little different from the training they received before, so
Right.
it'd probably be easier for a Mattress Firm assistant manager to grasp the concepts a lot quicker than the Mattress Giant managers, basically. So, but I mean, we're having a good time, and I feel like they're learning a lot. So.
Right, awesome. Okay. So you've mentioned previously that you're hoping to gain 10% revenue within the next year.
Yes.
How about long-term goals?
Well, we just want to keep going at a 10% rate, open more stores. So this year we want to open in Houston we want to open 5, but nationally we want to open 30. So that's kind of what we're working with right now.
Are y'all also dispersing the managers that y'all train from Mattress Firm into these new stores, or are they keeping within the stores? Right now.
So the general managers will still stay in their stores, but the assistant managers, if they're a good candidate, they'll be going to the new stores after the completion of their training.
Okay, wonderful. So, now that I kind of have an idea of what y'all's training is for your sales managers, what do you think I know y'all newly developed this program and it's fairly new, so, what do you think could be improved for your
Well,
sales?
it's really long, I think.
Long,
I
okay.
feel like a month without an assistant manager per store is a really long time to not have, that dual thing that we find so effective. So, I mean, yeah, just the time feels too long.
And I know you previously mentioned that you're also teaching the class along with some other people. So
Yes.
I know that's kind of a month long and 300 new managers. That's probably a lot of time taken out of your pocket as well, correct?
Well, yeah, it does take time, but it's my job, to develop our book of business. So, I mean, I feel like I'm just doing my job.
So I know from what you've told me, your Mattress Firm is really great on recognizing the improvement of sales managers and helping them train. So you agree with that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think? In case, I mean, you're just starting the program, so it's kind of hard to kind of compare the results yet. So what do you think? If y'all did have a formal training, would that also help the company out with their training programs?
I feel like we have formal training now. We just need to work on getting it shorter. I don't know how we're
Shorter?
gonna do that or if it's possible.
Okay. So the Sales Excellence Institute does have something to offer that is similar to that. Would you like to learn more about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the brochure, and what it is a 5-day crash course for
Okay.
all of your sales managers who you've chosen to be in this program. And so, you learn everything from, what is sales leadership, to kind of building a relationship with your salespeople as well.
Okay.
And there's so much that we offer, not within just this, but within the program, there's workshops, there's role plays, there's lectures, there's a lot of variety ways of learning. And so your sales managers that come in will get a full experience on learning the best kind of quality education that they can get.
Okay.
And so
You said How long does it take?
It's 5 days, so
Wow.
it's a lot shorter than your 30-day program. And
Yeah.
I don't want to override that program. I think
Yeah.
it's wonderful that y'all are doing that. So just to tell you a little bit more, it's 5,500 per person that you'll let into the program, and it's 20 spots available. So it's not selective, but it's really great that you also get individualized attention from your professors, and we have a lot of great professors teaching this program. We have Dr. Ahern, Carl Herman, Randy Webb. A lot of these professors have been very specialized in what they're doing, and so through this program, we can guarantee that your sales managers will get the best quality education.
Okay.
Let's see, what else did I miss out? Do you have any questions for me in regards to the program?
No. Um, yeah, I mean, you answered how much it costs.
Mhm. And we do have an early bird special for it. I know 5,500 might be a lot for each person, and so the enrollment is for July. So if you have an early enrollment of April, you can get $500 off.
Okay.
So what do you feel about this program? Do you think it's a good fit?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's only 20 spots available, but we can definitely work something out to have one where you can let in, 20 of your most qualified sales managers into the program. That might kind of decrease the number of managers that y'all have to train as well. So that'd be a great benefit for y'all. So you said you were interested, correct?
Yeah.
Are you okay with moving forward with gathering your new sales managers and payment and all that?
Well, I have a question.
Yeah,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like maybe 5,500 is a little too much money.
Right. So the best thing about this is that even though it's 5 days, you get the full quality education, and we have not just the great professors that teach it, but the coursework is very valuable that we believe. I know in the past y'all have hired a lot of program excellence and selling students, and I know that they have been very successful within your organization. And so we believe that through the Sales Excellence Institute, this value would be a lot worth it to you as well if you can also train your sales managers. In the past, we've done research, since this is also a fairly new program. We've researched AFLAC and Ecolab, and they've seen a 10 to 15% increase in performance. And
Oh,
so,
wow.
this is a really big deal for us, and we believe that it'll really help provide the value for your mattress firm, as well as match up to your core values within your organization.
Okay. All right.
So this is a great return on your investment. I'll go ahead and let you keep this. Is it okay if I go ahead and email you some of the information to
Yeah.
go
Well, yeah.
forward?
Let's just go ahead and sign up today.
Okay, awesome. So I'll go ahead and get the paperwork ready. I know
Okay.
I don't have it with me, and didn't know if we're gonna agree with it or
That's
not.
fine.
Can I meet with you again next week or this week maybe?
Yeah. Sounds great.
Okay, so how about are you available tomorrow, 4
Yeah.
o'clock?
Let's meet tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Okay, I'm excited. Awesome.
Do you have a
So,
card where I
yes,
can
I
call you?
do. Here you go.
Awesome.
So yeah, go ahead and call me, email me, and I'll also follow up with you today, and just kind of go over everything we've talked about. And then tomorrow I'll bring up all the paperwork and we can get this signed and all ready to go.
Sounds great.
Okay, thank
All
you
right.
so
Thank
much,
you so
Mr.
much.
Sandwich. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Alrighty. Sit down. Um. So I said Catherine to throw you off.
I know,
I'm
I
sorry.
figured that.
But you did good. So what we're gonna do is gonna start from the top and we'll go through it.
Okay.
So I liked your introduction. It was fine. It was a question that got me to start talking. Um, no, wait, hold on. No, I really like your report because it was the best one I've heard all day.
Oh, awesome.
But what I would do at the end of the report is maybe ask me a question to get me engaged. So, I don't know that much about technology or mattresses. What kind of mattresses do you have? And I'm like, oh, I have this. Like, okay, well, I want to be respectful of your time. So,
Okay.
we agreed on 15 minutes. Okay, that was fine. Everything was perfect introduction. I would just like ask me a question to get me engaged.
Okay.
And spin, I think you did a good job. What I would improve on maybe is not asking so many situational questions. Although they were good questions, it kind of ate up your clock.
Right.
So I would just ask like, what situation, and you just run with it. So you asked me a very good question, which is your training program. Tell me more about that. And you said, tell me more about this. So you're very good at probing, but just get right down to the point.
Okay.
Um, I think you did a very good job at uncovering my problems and my needs. What I think you forgot, or you probably didn't make it as strong as I would have liked, is really emphasize the implication. I think is to me is the most important part of spin. Is really showing me the pain or the gain of the decisions I take for my business. So, you said it takes you a month to train them. You want it to be shorter.
Right.
Why is that important for you? What would it mean for Mattress Firm and for your business to get your sales managers back, earlier? What is the ideal time that you would like to shorten it to? Stuff like that. So that you can, the way the implication works is, if you don't do this, if you don't correct this problem, what does that mean for your business?
Right.
So it either means it'll go under, I'll lose my job or whatever, or if I can, what would it mean for you if you can make it a shorter span? So that's a positive. So you can do a negative or positive. I love the negative, but you can do positive, which is fine. What would it mean for you to do it, in a week? Oh, that would be great. I can put it back in the store. They can be run more efficiently. Blah 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 blah. So that way you get the implication set. Okay, perfect. And then your needs payoff is fine. Where it's like, if I can help you find a way where it is shorter, would you like to learn more about it? Which I liked, but you forgot the implication, or maybe I didn't.
I think
feel
I
it was
did
important.
ask one, but it wasn't that great.
Okay, I might have not
I
felt
tried.
it. But you uncovered the problems fine. Communications were good. I think you were going really well the way through until you got to like the part where you closed me. I feel like you might be uncomfortable with asking me for the close. Is that right?
Well, I was kind of, because I didn't think you would actually buy today or want to buy, so
Why not?
I don't know, I wasn't preparing for that. So I guess, like I just kind of forgot the next step. Like, okay, you told me that you wanted to buy, what do I do now? So yeah. And I
That's
guess
fine.
that's true what you said.
I think that you definitely knew the product well. What I would do in the future if you ever have a new product is present it, the features, price, close me. So it'll close me. But what I would do is just ask for the close. So I feel like you were like, are you interested today? Would you like to do it? I like a very direct close. So my favorite close is like, all right, well, I'm glad that you agree that this can help you. It is $5,500. Would you like to go ahead and sign up today? So it's just a very direct, would you like to or would you not? I don't like alternative. Well, I kind of like alternative. I don't like assumptive. I hate assumptive. But direct is my favorite. Where you just go, would you like to go ahead and do it today?
Okay.
Would you like to go and sign the paper? Whatever the case may be. But you're asking for the close. If you don't ask for the close, I'm not going to say, yeah, let's get started. I really liked how you handled the objection of, oh, it's $5,500, but it's really about the value, blah, blah, blah. If in the future in spin you ever get numbers, pull back to those numbers. So you asked me, I think, what were my revenue goals or something? I'm getting them all jumbled up, but I think you asked me how much my revenue goals. Pull it back to that. So you said you want to grow your revenue by 10%, and currently you're generating this much. So if you add 10% to that much right now, you're going to be generating this much, or you want to generate this much. $5,500 is an investment that you're going to be making to reach that goal. Also, you said you have 600, you have 600 managers that you acquire from Mattress Giant that you need to take through your training, but it's too long, and whatever. These people you can train in a week and just get them going. If we're doing some unrealistic math, you're looking at 20 people per week, and 600 of them, so it would take a lot less time than have to train only 10 per month. You know. But other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, and then the card, I'll do that at the beginning of the meeting. So before we go ahead and start today, Mr. Woods, I'd like to give you my business card. In case you have any questions after our meeting today, please don't hesitate to contact me. Because I feel at the end it's kind of like, Here's my card. You know.
Okay.
So, but I think it was pretty good.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Good job. Running class. Tell the professor it's my fault.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have
no,
class right now?
I do, but John is next. So do you want me to talk to him?
No, I think somebody else took him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Thank
have
you.
LeBlanc class right now?
Yes.
No, tell him it's my fault.
Okay.
Sorry, Zach.